Have you ever worn Nike, Forever 21 or H&M? I'm sure most of you have, and if not, good for you. Think of the clothes that you're wearing right now. You may know the name of the brand, but do you know the workers behind the brand? Child labor accounts for nearly 1 in 10 children worldwide. Almost half of them are forced to be in hazardous work environments that directly endanger their health and moral development.
Child labor is the exploitation of children for work, typically in poor working conditions. It robs children of their childhoods and any chance of a good education. It is corrupt and morally incorrect. Although child labor is illegal in the United States and is not that commonly seen here, it is extremely popular in other parts of the world where big companies exploit children for cheap labor. We need to open our eyes and our hearts to the issues that we cannot see directly in front of us.
As someone who has grown up in a third world country, I have witnessed this devastating act take place. It is disheartening seeing young children working in terrible conditions, making clothes for people like you and me. An estimated 260 million children are employed around the world, and at least 22,000 of these children die every year due to the dangers they are put through. Some of these horrible working conditions include unsanitary factories, exposure to harmful chemicals, and having to work with sharp tools that are unsafe for an unexperienced child to use.
Since the emergence of fast fashion, many companies feel the need to find cheap sources of labor. They take advantage of young children in poor countries who are willing to work for low prices and are then brought into the industry under false promises of earning decent wages. Some of these companies include Nike, Forever 21, Gap, and H&M.
The director of Nike claims that he is not responsible for any of the illegal activities that are being practiced in other countries. Forever 21 is notorious for using cotton from Uzbekistan, where children are taken out of schools and placed in factories to work while their educations are being neglected.
Big companies must be held accountable for the violations they have committed on basic human rights. These children deserve to have a childhood, and in order for that to happen, there must be a change. Something that you can do as a consumer is to stop and think twice before you buy from a shop, and ask yourself if you know whether they practice ethical labor or not. If you know of brands that do use child labor, report it to your local law enforcement and avoid shopping from the brands. The less sales that these brands make, the more evident it will become to them that their consumers do not support child labor. Instead, use this website to find brands that do practice ethical labor.
One way in which governments could reduce the increasing rate of child labor in their countries is by ensuring that all children have the right to a free education and access to good schools. In addition to that, companies who do use child labor should receive legal punishment or face the consequences of violating the human rights of millions of helpless children worldwide. To further help the cause, sign this petition and check out this website for further action you can take.